Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Sherry and this is Sherry's Leaves. This is a houseplant channel. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If you're new, you honor me. So today we are going to start a couple days worth of videos. I'm just going to kind of take my time through this process and try to mentally figure out how and what I want to show you. But as you know by the thumbnail and the title, that we are focusing on cactus and succulents, so we're going to do both. And some of the topics that I want to discuss and I want to show you for tonight mainly, and I'm going to cheat because I kind of wrote some notes down. So tonight is 11/26. It's the day before Thanksgiving. And tonight we're going to simply do a pot up of my new cacti that I got just tonight. I've already unboxed them. I've rinsed them off and their roots are ready to go to be right to put into their pots. So it won't take very long at all. But like I say, I'm going to try to expand this over a couple days, but I'm not going to make this a long video, or at least I'm going to try not to. So the next thing I want to show you guys, not tonight, but we'll probably do it tomorrow, and that is I want to share my new Lithops and my other new cactus that I bought from another nursery on Palm Street. It's the first time I've ever bought from them. Kind of want to share the experience about buying from them, as well as the guy that I'm going to be sharing with you, the new cacti tonight. The next thing I want to kind of do is do an update on my existing Lithops and my existing cacti that I have. Mainly on the Lithops though, because my video that I put out a couple weeks ago, if you've seen it or if you haven't, go watch it if you're interested. So then you know how I potted them up, and also in there I've got a blurb about how I'm watering this time. It's pretty cool. We're going to talk about that. Another thing I want to do in this video is I want to chop the thin points of my monkey tail cactus. It has not pushed out any babies for me, and what I've read is it's time to chop and prop. So we're going to do that. And then the last thing on my list I really want to do over the course of this holiday is restyle this area of all my cacti with you. I really like how I have it, but it needs to be restyled. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, so we're just going to go with that. That'll be sometime in the next couple days. So that is my to-do list with you. So let's get into tonight. So today we've got winter weather. We were in the 30s today. I was kind of worried about my Gymnocalyciums, mainly since it was a 2-day shipping process. I used UPS, and and you never know like just how cold it is or how long UPS is going to take. So I was a little nervous about that, and rightfully so, because the heat pad that was in the box was cold, which tells me, one, he packed too soon, but I doubt it. But he could have packed too soon, but a 2-day UPS instead of overnight isn't ideal, but he doesn't offer overnight. So you just get UPS 2-day shipping. So that's kind of what I was stuck with. But they look okay. So let me show you. These are existing 4-inch 4x4 terracotta pots. I got all my terracotta back out to put my new cacti in that I'm purchasing. I think that may be another thing I do this weekend, maybe take you along. Adding to my list is, I'm thinking about, I think this is too small for my grandma cactus. And I want to get her out of here, and I may even do that with all of these, that I may even go to terracotta pots on some of them. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I think this one is too small. And I really want to do is get a different pot get it a little bigger, and because I can tell that she wants to push flowers out, but she's not, and I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet, but I think this pot's too small, so I think I'm gonna go pot shopping at Burns this weekend, so maybe I'll take you with me on that. But I love these terracotta pots because they're so adorable, and I love the colors, purple and white. I do have a 6-inch, like this one. I have 6-inch pots out there that I may just put that one back in. That's purple. So we'll see. We're going to go over all that later. So these are the pots that I brought in, and I got too many. For some reason I thought I had 5, but I don't, which I'm kind of glad I don't. So this is how many times? This is the third time I've bought from Carlos on Palm Street. And his business is called Epic Succulents and Cacti. I will put that on the screen. And when I first saw his live, I was absolutely floored with excitement. I had no idea. I didn't, did I? Yeah. I had no idea just how, well, I had no idea that there was such beautiful cacti in the world. I just didn't. And you can see these colorful, beautiful cacti that I have. They are from him. And what I've purchased tonight are also from him. Now, most of them are all Gymnocalycium. And what you'll see here, and I always thought that they could not survive unless grafted onto another cactus. But everything he's sold me so far has roots. He doesn't sell Gymnocalyciums that don't have roots, which is a good thing, because I would not be able to grow these, I don't think, especially in this house, as cold as it is right now. Maybe in the summertime I could, but right now would be really hard. So I won't be, knock on whatever, I won't be, or not planning on buying any more plants for the winter. Now, that'll be a miracle if that doesn't happen. I love these cacti, and I'm really, really, really into them right now. They're so easy. So, but I say all that just because I know it's risky, especially shipping these little things. Let me get my glove. Shipping these little cactuses that have very little root in winter is dangerous for the plant. So you pack them in tissue paper. This one is called, I believe, get this back up. This one's called what? This is a pink storm. I don't know if you can see, but it's pink and it's purple. It's really beautiful. And you see all the little pups growing on them. And then here is the roots. So I think that is fantastic. I love that. So that's that one. And then I'll not take those each out. I'll just pot these up because I really want to get them in, and then we'll go over the rest of them as I go. So I'm going to use these because my nails will be ripped up in this stuff. I use the same exact mix as I've done every one of these. The cactus themselves, in here, like this, the Domino Cactus, the silver torch, they don't have the tree fern mixed in with the grit, because when I bought those came with already succulent, really dry succulent dirt around the roots. So I got off as much as I could, but there's enough in there that makes me comfortable just to use grit and know that they're getting plenty of water. But these guys, everyone, including my Lithops, have tree fern fiber mixed into the grit with it, and that way it allows a little bit of extra moisture for them, and allows me not have to water so much. So this is leftover from the other day when I potted some up, and I'm simply going to do the same thing. Mix it up. And then I'm going to add tree fern fiber and my perlite, or not perlite. I don't use perlite anymore, at least not in my mix. Pumice. I was about to go to bed because I was really tired, and then I saw it was 6 o'clock. So I said, well, I told my husband I'm going to wash the dishes, and then I'm going to do a little recording. Then I'll go to bed. I just eyeball it. You don't want too much tree fern, obviously, because these are cacti and succulent. You just want enough that it'll help add a little moisture, a couple days longer than without it. So the next thing I do is I brought in my big perlite. I still use the big perlite because it's not as health risky as the small. But the big perlite, I put at the bottom of these pots. See, what am I doing? I'm doing the pink. I think, so I've got 2 purples and 3 whites. This one does not have much root, but it does have it. This is the cream of the crop, by the way. This is a premium one. This is premium purple is all I have. He has written down here. But so I will probably put this one. I think I want this one in the white. I'll show you it before we pot it up. I think I want this is another purple one, Gymnocalycium. I forget what this one's called. Premium neon. No, okay, so this is premium neon right here. This is, okay, this is hard to do with my big gloves here. Premium purple. So this is the premium purple. I want this one in white as well, because I think that makes the color pop more. Now, here's my story around this. Every time I've gone to Carlos's, not every time, 2 of the 3, I've gone to Carlos live. I've gotten a giveaway. So I kind of made a game with myself to say, if I win the giveaway, I'm going to buy plants. I'm going to buy additional plants. If I don't get a giveaway, then I'm not going to buy any cactus. Because when you get a giveaway, it's free. And this is my free one. Isn't that pretty? It's purple, or it's pink and green and white. He gave this to me for free. We've got great roots. I don't know what this is called other than this is the freebie, and I know that it's also a Gymnocalycium. So when you get giveaways on like this, you still have to pay shipping. I'm a firm believer in not wasting my shipping money. So I always buddy up on plants. They call it buddying up, where you end up buying additional plants for the shipping costs. I mean, the shipping itself for today, I think was, I don't see it on here. I don't see it on here, but it was at least $18. So, you know, $18 for shipping would have been a cheap plant, really. I mean, that's really when you think about it. But in my head, if it's a giveaway, if I get a free giveaway, I'm buying more cacti. I love these things. I'm obsessed with these things. I just think they're so adorable. This one, I think, is going to go into the purple. Well, it has to, because I don't have any more white ones. And I only have this one left for purple. Unfortunately, I got rid of a lot of my purple ones when I thought I was going to all plastic and never buying cacti again. Lesson learned, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. So I do want to get us some more, so I'll be buying more just so I have it. But yeah, I think they're so cool. And if you go on to one of his lives, it's so much fun because the people are so nice. I mean, I really have gotten really close to some of the people because usually the same people show up every week. And he also likes anthurium. So he told me this last live, he said that if I wanted to trade an anthurium for some more cacti, he would. And I'm like, oh, now that would be cool. Because guys, I mean, some of them are expensive, some aren't. Like, I mean, you can spend, I mean, the real big ones, wow. I mean, these are tiny little guys, but you can spend some serious money there. And if he would give me a bigger one, the size of this, yeah, that would be awesome. I'd trade an anthurium any day for that. So we'll see. That might happen. So what I do here is I only have just a little bit of the perlite at the bottom. And I do that to make sure that we have no draining problems, okay? That's why I do it to all of these. Even though I'm using grit, you can still have, you only have this little hole at the bottom. So you have to make sure that, doesn't matter, you want to make sure that you have a good push of water coming out. And because you're using terracotta, or I'm using terracotta, I don't have to worry so much about the grit and the tree fern staying wet too long because the clay will soak that out. So what I do here is I make the very first part of this all dry grit. And then I add the top layer of tree fern. So in this case, I said I wanted to put my green one in here, being the purple one. So all you have to do, he's already been watered. I've rinsed him off. It'd actually be better if I made this grit wet. What is that? I don't know. So I want him down in there real good. Tuck in the roots best I can. And then I fill in the top to try to lock him in place. Obviously, these are going to take a while to root in. I am tempted on some of my older ones to see what they're doing and how they're doing. I know that I've been doing it at least 2 months now, buying from him. I might dump the one and see if I can see if there's how the roots are going, how the roots are growing. So that is this one. Just kind of down a little bit here. I want to. I don't know if you can see my dog or not. I have the last couple of videos I've been doing, you haven't seen yet. Well, you may have once this goes up, but I've been practicing or positioning my phone different ways. Instead of using the gimbal, it makes it a little easier for me. That way I don't have to have my Mac recording on the side. You should be able to see this just fine. Here's this one. So this is the free one. And another thing is he doesn't give you any labels or anything. I've asked for him before, but he just gives me these weird names. S72 Premium Neon, which is that one. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. It won't tell you anything. So we'll just know it's a Gymnocalycium and go with that. Here. So that's really pretty. He did really good choice on that one for me. He knows I like pinks and purples. I think he picked that one out. He did good. Okay, next one. And I'm thinking of changing this one, my original one I bought, because I think the white would look better. So this one is a deeper or a longer one. So I think what I'll do here, I don't want to lose all of the coloring though. Let's check this out. I don't know if I showed it to you yet. It's green on top with purple pinks at the bottom. It's got pups. So if I put this here, it's too low. I want it about right here. Ideally, if you had long, if it was more roots like that one, you could bury it a lot deeper, but this is good here. I think this is good right here. I never get them centered real well. I think that I am and I don't, but oh well. If it bugs me, I'll repot it. These are so easy to repot. It's not even funny. Well, I guess it would be funny. Way. That's that one. This one we're not going to use. These are a lot smaller. Honestly, I could put two of them together, but yeah, no, I couldn't do that. I could in one of the larger pots, but I really do like having them individual. I'm not sure exactly why, but I feel like that pleases me more. This is a pup. We're gonna put him right there. Well, actually I'm gonna hold off because I might be not done yet. If I use sand rather than this, it would look even better. But I didn't get any. Not to say I can't change it, but this little guy back up here. It's gonna get lost most likely. It's so small. Put it next to its mama. You don't water these hard, so you know, so it should be all right. We'll see. This one has a strange, it's a really big size pup on the side. I'm assuming that's what this is. I'm not gonna do much with it. I think I'm just gonna let it be. But, you see, it's a dark, dark purple. If you want to just go to a live and experience some excitement, I would go to this one. I recommend you go to this one. And if you don't like cacti, you don't have to worry about being tempted. Seriously, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Yeah, I thought about waiting till the morning doing this, but I was really worried about um, these guys sitting out without being in a pot, just because of how cold it is now. And we have radiant heat, so it takes our house quite a long time to get warm, and we don't like it hot in here. So, you know, it'll take most of the night for it to probably heat up to 68. And when I last looked, it was like 65 in here. It's 68 in that case where my Hoya is. And it's in a case. So hopefully this one does good. There's not much root here. But so far, it's kind of in the way. So let's move this a little bit. I'm assuming that's pup, guys. I don't know. You experienced people can tell me if it is, but looks odd to me. Might have to ask Carlos. This looks a lot like one that I have already bought, but I know it's not. That's another thing that I have to be careful about is they look somewhat the same, and they may be, but when you're on there, you can't really, you know, I don't know the names of these things. I do know this is a Japanese cacti something. So I know I have that already, you know, but like this one, this is called a Black Widow, and it's deep dark purple. So, but you see there's a big similarity, but yet not. There's a big difference between the two. I knew that I had this one already, but this one looked completely different to me, and it is completely different when I look at it here. Hopefully you can see the difference. I'll zoom in. But yeah, because you know, unless you want the same ones, but I'm not one that likes the same. I don't like buying plants that are the same. And I actually am in a conundrum, like if I've got a couple of anthurium that I have propagated, and now I have too many of this kind. So I'm gonna have to be handing those off at some point. Okay, this one's the one I want. So this one is what I wanted to do in white, but this is my first cacti. This is the very first one I bought from him. Look at that. Now, the pups seem to be doing well. They're still laying here. I don't know if they're doing anything. I really want to see in here, like if, you know, how he's growing, if he's growing. Am I doing a good job with this? I don't know. But I really want to put him in a white pot. So what I'll probably do is buy another 6 of the white pots, and then I'll switch him out because I think the purple just isn't very good for these colors. I have not watered these guys. I try to water, when I first get them, I water 2 days. Every 2 days, twice a week. But now I'm kind of once a week for sure. He said that, you know, I think it was these Gymnocalyciums that needed be kept in water, keep watered once a week. So I've been trying to do that. I don't know, I guess I'm doing okay, but we'll go over all of those tomorrow or whenever. So, all right, so that is all there is for tonight. Is that it? I think so. And so tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and it's a little sad this year for me. I've mentioned it on and off over the past couple videos I've done that my mom is in hospice care, not gonna make it, and it's been over 4 weeks now, where just Monday of this week I got to bring her home, to her home, with my stepdad, and so she's at least happy there. I mean, happy as you can be in hospice care, obviously. She's suffering from dementia, which caused a lot of problems with her body. She hasn't been able to eat for weeks, and so right now it's really, really, really hard. But I say all that because tomorrow's really not a holiday for me, but I am blessed that I still have her here, and I will be spending a couple hours over there with her. So, but tomorrow I do plan on doing more video work, and because it's been so long, I've spent so many of my days and nights just completely stressed out and sad and scared. You know, I've not neglected my plants. I've actually done pretty good, but I really missed recording, and I really missed having my time to myself, being able to do this and enjoy it. The last 2 videos I've done have been kind of hard. Wasn't real into it, but I was really glad that I got to record. Because that's what my mom would want. My mom loved my videos. She still does. If she could remember, I did them. But she loves them, and she loves my plants, and I want to keep doing it for myself and for her. She'd be really sad if she thought that she knew what I was going through with her, you know what I mean? So anyways, I digress. So I have no plans for tomorrow other than I am going to sit with Mama for a couple hours, and so we'll do some videoing. Have a great night. Future Sherry here. So I'm editing my video, and it's going to be over 2 hours long if I keep it this way. So I've decided that I'm going to break them up. And this is the ending of the first video. And the next video I'll have come out right afterwards. So you should see them right in a row. At least that's my plan. Thanks for watching. And if you've made it here, put a little cacti in the comments, and we'll talk at you soon. Bye.